The Closet Disco Queen podcast is the #1 ranked women in cannabis podcast by both FeedSpot and Million Podcasts 2025 and is produced by Humble Pond Productions, LLC.
Hi there. Join our casual conversations for curious, bewildered, and aspiring midlife cannabis queens. Welcome to the Closet Disco Queen podcast, featuring Queenie and TT. So kick off your platform shoes, sit back and get ready to laugh and learn all about adult use cannabis without having to ask a 22-year-old. Let's get rolling.
Greetings, dear one in Wisconsin. Happy day after the 4th of July.
Yes, I can't believe we're in July.
I know. What kind of excitement occurred in your neck of the woods last night? Any big fireworks displays?
I didn't hear a whole lot of banging and booming. There was a little, of course the dog was petrified, but there really wasn't very much. I think people just don't give a shit. You know what I mean?
Well, I have to say, yeah. I came home, we were at Lauren's house, and I came home, I was probably home by 8 o'clock, so it still wasn't quite dark yet. But people I'd seen some, here and there. And then I got home, and then I got called out, so I was out on the road during, when it was 9:30
right.
and dark. So I did get to see some fireworks while I was traveling back up the Northway. And then by the time I got home, there are fireworks here in Clifton Park.
Okay.
Like a mile, 2 miles from our house. And I could hear those.
Yeah.
I couldn't quite see them over the trees, but it was quite the display. And the Empire State Plaza was going. So there was a lot going on up this way. But, it's very dense up here.
Well, we used to have something called Rhythm and Booms, but they did it out over the lake. But then there was an environmental group that was concerned about the impact on the, wildlife and the lake itself. So
I thought this was interesting. So I was reading, of course, there were so many articles about the big extravaganza that was planned in our nation's capital.
Lord. That 3 people went to.
One of the articles I read indicated it was supposed to be the largest fireworks display in the history of the world, basically, like 875,000 or something like that, rockets, They were advising people to wear face masks because of the pollution and the smoke and the toxicity or
Debris.
whatever from, that much gunpowder. Pretty much.
Wow.
Being in the air. Wow. And with all that dense humidity and heat.
Oh, God.
Ugh. So I don't know what that ended up. Because I let the dogs out, I don't know, like 10 o'clock last night. And I could still smell it in the air after the Clifton Park thing. So I can't imagine what DC was smelling like.
Probably still under a cloud, hanging there.
So just
Were
so
there
if you're having to be told to wear a face mask, it's probably not the healthiest place to be.
Right.
So
did you see anything? I haven't really looked at the news this morning. Did you see anything about the real numbers of people who were there, not the inflated ones?
No, just that he wasn't able to start speaking till like 11:15 or something because of the threat of bad storms, and they'd evacuated the mall earlier. They just, I guess, the federal buildings were open so people could shelter whoever was out, and and then of course we had our lovely white nationalists parading through Washington yesterday with their masks and their khaki pants and Confederate flags and all sorts of nonsense.
So scary, I'm telling you.
So just, egging people on, trying to get
Well, you know what?
to...
Mom Dami gave a wonderful speech the day before the 4th. And he talked about, he was so eloquent. It really was a wonderful speech that we still, that we're not, he didn't make it partisan at all. But he just talked about the ideals that we're celebrating.
Right.
And,
we're a work in progress.
Right. exactly. So, but yeah, if you get a chance to listen to it, it's worth it. It really made me feel hopeful.
It's interesting you use the word hopeful. Yesterday morning, I found an article that I think it was in the New York Times, it was an editorial, but it was basically 4 or 5 people, 6 people who respected historians or analysts or whatever, and pretty much all indicated that this is a blip. We will come out of this stronger. It's an anomaly, and that, there are still solid principles upon which to guide us. And, maybe this is going to give us an opportunity to reframe and reset some things that needed to be reset and reframed for years. Yeah, that there is hope. There is some hope. So I kind of accepted that yesterday morning and thought, okay, all right, all is not lost. I should readjust my view and recognize that even though we're not anywhere near where I think a lot of us would see us, would hope, in terms of just treating one another with respect.
Yeah,
I mean, just basics. I don't, let's not even get into the wealth distribution, but just, it would be nice to be able to just get to some basics there. And I think also having the World Cup occurring this week, it really brings home the idea of America that is so different than anywhere else in the world. And we are struggling right now, but we still have a lot to offer, and we are still much luckier than a lot of people, most people in this world. I kind of sucked it up a bit and just thought, okay, we're going to get through this. It's not perfect. It's never been perfect.
It's never been
But we
perfect.
can't give up now. We can't.
Right.
We can't. And we are fortunate. We're very fortunate. So
we are. Honey said that to me. He said, with everything that's going on, we're still lucky to live here. By the happy accident of our birth, where we were born. That's,
Absolutely. I mean, it's just so interesting. Just watching the World Cup and the people that have traveled to watch the World Cup, and it's been very interesting.
And look at our American team.
Yeah, they're still hanging in there.
Pot. Yeah. No, but I mean the makeup of the people. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Our Closet Disco Queen podcast deals with legal adult cannabis use and is intended for entertainment purposes only for those 21 and older.
So, TT, do bring us up to date on your pickleball escapades. What has happened in this past week?
Well, we did get to the park and do a little dinking in
the park.
But then it got so hot. We just couldn't. It was like, I can't even walk outside. It's like an oven, it was just ridiculously hot and humid. And so we're like, no, we can't go to the park and dink or do anything actually outside. So we pretty much hunkered in with our air conditioning on. But Thursday night, there was a big thunderstorm. And, the meteorologists are getting all whipped up and, looking for tornadic activity, blah, blah, blah. So Honey said, do you think we should go? Because it was like pouring buckets. And I was like, well, yeah, we just have to run in. It's not like we're going to be out there. And he was like, well, I'm worried about if we get hail, it'll wreck the car. And I was like, let's just go. So we went, and it was really fun. And our teacher told us that we are, after one class, that we are much more advanced than her other beginner class.
Oh my goodness. Everybody in the class, or just you and...
No, everybody. The whole class.
So you weren't...
But were... No, I wasn't singled out. No.
Singled out for exceptional ball handling.
No. Oh, not me. No.
No ball handling skills there.
In fact, I did have a little oopsie. We were doing drills. So we were... in pickleball, if you're standing on the right and serving, you serve to the left side of, the other court, their right side. But when I'm looking at it, so you have to go across the the court to serve. And so we were practicing serve. So one side would serve and the other side would return. And then, keep doing that over and over. So
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
May I ask a question? So there's no bouncing on the serve. You just hit it out of your hand? Or is it an overhand serve?
There are 2 ways to do it. There's
Okay.
2 ways to serve.
Okay.
You can either hit it from your hand, but you can't, the paddle cannot come above your waist. So you have to kind of hit it low. Or you can drop it. You can't bounce it. You have to just from your waist drop it and then hit it on the bounce. But you can't try and make it bounce. Yeah, you can't bounce it. You have to just drop it and then it bounces a little and then you hit it. Yeah. Yeah. Those are
2 very different ways.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah.
So what happens if you go to hit it out of your hand and drop it and it bounces? Then can you hit it?
I don't know. Probably not. Well, probably not. I don't know. We haven't gotten to that level.
Sorry, I didn't want to get into advanced, dispute moderation. Okay, so you were serving. You were practicing serving.
Well, I was actually returning. So somebody was serving to me, and I was returning the serves. And as I went to return a serve, I'm not exactly sure even how I did this, but I hit the guy who was next to me. He was on my left. He was serving to the person across the way on the right, and he was returning that person's serves. And I hit him in the head with the ball. It bounced right off of his head. Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
That's
not
good. Well, you're right. I don't know how something like that happens because I have hit a golf ball off the tee that has gone perpendicular. Mm-hmm. Totally what the hell? Behind? So, balls can be.
It just, and I felt bad. I'm like, nobody else in here is bludgeoning people. It's only me. Lucky me. So anyway, I did feel bad. Nice.
Did you leave a mark?
I don't think so. I mean, I did surreptitiously look at him a few times to check, but there was no welt or anything. So
good. Because those are, those are hard.
They're hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hard plastic. So I probably didn't have much power in it. That's probably why it went off to the side because I didn't hit it in the sweet spot.
Half dinked it. You only half-heartedly dinked it.
So, but anyway, it was very fun.
Well, there you go.
Our car didn't get dimpled by hail, so that was good. Yeah, it was crazy.
Dinking and dimpling.
Dinking and dimpling.
I'm glad there was no dimplage. Well, because hail can do some pretty significant damage to your roof, as you've learned.
Yes.
And your automobile.
I woke up this morning, started my routine. Coffee's nice, but nicer with some good old green. Gummy bears dancing, brownies in a tray. My bartender's asking what you had today. What have you consumed today? A cookie, a gummy, or a potent J? Did you vape it, dab it, or roll your own way? Tell me what cannabis you consumed today.
So, Titi, you mentioned that you have consumed a gummy.
Yes, I have gummied.
Is it one of your hasheroonies?
It's a love rosin sativa, pink lemonade, because I have my little art thing with my son today and his group of friends.
Your fine art gathering.
Yes, and so
did you find
I'm looking forward
glue?
To it. Well, last night I said, "Oh shit, I need glue," so I ordered some from Walmart and picked it up this morning at 7 o'clock. Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, because I knew we were recording, and I also baked some muffins to bring over. So.
Wasn't that nice of you? I baked yesterday, and I made chili also.
Wow. For the group?
Yes, we all contributed.
Yeah,
so.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, so.
How about you? What have you consumed?
Well, I have a little pre-rolled joint here. It's just the cutest little thing.
Is that one of your multi-pack?
This is...
Or no?
This is from Hepworth had theirs before. And it's Durban poison and tart cherry. So it's a hybrid. And it's a little teeny 0.35.
That is cute.
I was going to do like this to show you. Can you see it better over here? You see it
I
now?
can't see it at all over there.
I've got it right in front of your face, no?
Oh, no. There we go. How about the camera? Oh,
Yeah,
my
the
God.
camera.
I know. Here, put it in front of my face.
I must have like mirroring. See? It
That's
says war.
Adorbs.
Does it say war or raw?
I think. Oh, it says raw for me. I see it.
Oh, it says war for me.
Backward. Yeah.
Say I've got mirroring on. Mirroring. Or no.
Who is it good for? Who is
it
it good for? No. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it again.
Say it again. My goodness. So, I have some good news about weed water.
What?
They are now producing 12-ounce cans.
Ooh.
So I think they still have their little minis, but 12-ounce cans and 10 milligrams. New flavors.
Oh, that sounds so good. Oh, I'm just thinking, perfect for the beach.
For the beach. So Megan and I had some of that yesterday when we were watching Soccer.
Had it.
It's very nice, very very tasty and tasty.
What kind
very
did you?
Good.
What?
I don't remember the flavor,
no.
but it was not overly sweet. It had some sparkle, to it, but it was tasty.
All right.
Very tasty, very enjoyable.
That is good news. Nice.
Yes, so I thought I'd share that. So, and we found it to be, good stuff. Yum, yum. So
awesome.
And then the other thing I noticed, now this is where I get I don't understand. So when Liz was here, she was saying that in California, you can get a drink, you can get a can, I think she said with 100 milligrams.
There are some like that, yeah. But we can't get it here in Wisconsin.
Not here, no. But not here either. But you can get here. You can buy, and it's a gummy, but you can break it into 10 pieces. But it's 100 milligrams, and it's kind of marketed as like the ultimate experience. I think I would have a hard time.
100 is a lot.
Consuming that much. I don't even think I don't think I would try
that. No. The most I've ever had is 20, and I was like a limp noodle. So,
yeah, I just, that doesn't appeal to me at all. Maybe because the unknown, but
yeah,
I'd be more apt to, I think, try one of those mushrooms that let you see Lilliputians.
Yeah. So I was wondering too if there's more. If the 100 milligrams, if it has a more hallucinogenic effect or more psychotropic kind of, I don't know.
I don't know if because
or if it just lasts longer.
What if it's a more intense or if it's longer? That's a good question.
Or maybe a little both. Who knows?
Could be.
I guess it has to do too with how you process it in your body.
Right. I don't know if you can view it as along the same lines of like drinking a whole bottle of vodka kind of thing,
Right.
Is it
right? You get totally wasted.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that, I don't know. So it's worth finding out. So maybe the next time we're around a bud tender, we can just ask would you just go to sleep?
Well,
is that the idea
that you're kind of totally obliterated? And I think maybe you're awake and aware, but you're just kind of like a little in and out and not completely aware of everything that's going on. I don't know.
I don't know.
What I imagine. Like you can't maybe process more than one step at a time, that kind of thing.
Like we used to feel when we were high, when we were 20.
Yeah. Yeah, like that. A little paranoid, a little.
Now go figure. Cannabis is stronger now.
Yeah.
But we seem to get wrecked.
Because we don't know what the hell we're getting either.
Well, that's true. You got a point there.
Yeah,
That's
we didn't
true.
know how many milligrams of anything was in anything, you know.
Or,
It's just like,
that's true.
yeah,
Yeah.
get a nickel bag and,
Could it have been laced with something?
could
I
have
don't
been.
know. You don't know if it was laced. Is this laced with anything?
Or is it even weed? Is it
even weed?
oregano?
Is it just ground up dandelion leaves? Who knows? So, I just thought that was interesting. So there's something to be explored.
To look forward to, yeah.
Yeah. And maybe based on the answer, maybe it's something to explore on the Cape, since we won't be
For sure.
leaving anywhere. And I might get the girls.
Really? Just the girlies?
I think Ryan and Megan want some alone time. And I'm like, then let me take the girls. And then I'm going to, get the other two. I'll get them. I'll get them, my pretty. Yeah, I'll be able to rest them.
So will they be there the whole 2 weeks? Or
No.
Okay.
It would just be, whatever.
A week, or whatever, 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, 4 or 5 days. Yeah. So that'll be fun.
Well, that'll be so much fun. I still
Mia's
have
already
sitting on a shelf my little shark stones that Bryn made me, and then a baby hermit crab shell that I was going to say Megan. Oh my God, that Mia gave me. So,
oh, they're so funny. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. So maybe I'll have all 4 of them for a period of time.
Fun.
That'll be fun. And then, they can just have a blast. Run amok.
Yeah, just go out in the sand and be children.
Just
Just
you want to go across the street to buy things?
go ahead.
That's what AJ is like. Oh my God, I love going across the street and getting coffee.
That little store. And they don't even have, remember when I was little, there were penny candies. You go in there.
Oh God, yeah. Yes,
a
not even
quarter
just
and you get a
little.
whole handful of stuff. Yeah.
Right up until they became a yuppie place.
That's true.
I know. Be
Until they
able to
sold.
go in there and get all sorts of shit.
All kinds of stuff.
Junk.
You know what are so good? And the only time I ever had them was from that store, were those caramel creams, caramel with cream in the center, those round
Yummy.
things.
Mm-hmm.
They were so good. I used to always get those.
And what were those? You can get long sticks like that. What are they called?
Sugar babies? Sugar
No,
daddies.
Oh, we do like sugar babies and sugar daddies, but no. Cow tails. Bull tails. Cow tails.
Oh.
Cow tails.
Cow.
Moo tails. Cow tails.
I don't remember.
Something tails.
Yeah.
I think it's
And you
cowtail.
you just like,
It's like rolled up.
like-
the caramels
yeah,
rolled
and
up
you had
with the
and you
cream
had
in there.
like you could pretend it was your tongue
Yeah.
hanging out. Yeah.
Let's see. Is that what the name of them were? Cowtails. Yeah.
Cowtails?
Getz's Candy Company. They make
Getz's.
minis.
They still do?
And they make the caramel creams. It's the same company.
Well, there you go.
Just packaged differently.
Mhm.
See, you learn something new every day.
Amazing. Are they still in existence?
Yes. So you must have a
Okay.
larger machine for the creams, because those are probably an inch in diameter. And then the cowtails, more like maybe half an inch.
And then they're rolled up.
But they're longer and they're
Yep.
rolled up, whereas the caramels
Are cut. Yeah. See? Factories. So
Wow.
interesting. I always like going to factories.
Yeah,
Like on
factories are fun. How many
trips and
factories
stuff.
have you been to?
Not a ton. But you know what I'm thinking? I've watched a lot of Mr. Rogers, and he used to take
Oh, I used to go to.
yes,
I
he
used to
to
like to go to
factories.
factories where they were real or on TV.
No, I've been to a few. I'm trying to
Chocolate
think
chip factory?
Hershey's
Oh, I
down
haven't
in
been to
Hershey
Hershey's
Park,
factory.
and beer.
I've been to brewery.
Couple of different
Yep.
beer making breweries. Yeah, and then we went to the when we were in Dominican, we went to
Sugar
the
factory.
rum factory. Yeah,
I've been to
So-
the Louisville Slugger
cool.
factory,
hmm
and
I've been to a cheese factory too.
beer.
Giant vats, huge
Ooh,
giant
big
vats of
fizz.
cheese. Yeah,
Sensodyne toothpaste.
oh, that's right. My
Paper
preferred brand.
manufacturing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think that's it. Candy.
Candy.
No.
Yeah. I think
Taffy. That's
I
like a
was-
candy factory.
taffy.
Making
yeah.
taffy. The taffy
Ice
pulling
cream.
machines.
Yeah. Yep.
You imagine that? That's someone,
Yeah.
probably made $100 on that.
Well, just like ice cream and those old crank.
Hand crank things.
Yeah. But even the big ones that were motorized. A friend of mine's
Motorized.
family had a ice cream shop. And
Whose family?
a friend, yeah, they owned the cream machine, and you would see them making the ice cream right in the window. Had
Wow.
a real old, I don't know, steel, iron, whatever machine. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That is cool.
And they could do all kinds of different flavors and, yeah, very interesting. Yeah.
Very interesting. Gotcha.
And that store, here's a bit of trivia. That ice cream place shared a brownstone with the very first Brugger's bagel shop.
Now that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And where was that located?
In Troy.
Troya.
And
Wow.
because I was friends with the person who worked at the ice cream place, one day she brought me a whole big bag of bagels and, like a grocery bag, a paper grocery bag full, and said, oh, they're practicing to make sure, they get the shape right and everything. And these were a little oblong. They weren't really very round. So they were practicing, making sure that they could make their bagels.
You were a test subject. You were an alpha tester, a beta tester for Brugger bagels.
Brugger's, yeah.
And there's only like one or two shops left, I think.
I know.
There's
We
one,
used
the
to
one on
have them
Sand
here.
Creek. Oh,
Yeah,
do you?
We used
They're still
to,
in
but
Wisconsin?
it closed. It closed. I don't know if they're any place else in Wisconsin, but not in Madison no more.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because their bagels are good.
They are good, but they got smaller. They almost look like balls by the time, at least here. I don't know.
Hold everything. Did you hear the thing about the thing? Wait, what? Say it again, say slow. Wait, what? Nope, still don't believe it, no. Too wild, too weird, to no way, Jose. It's the segment where the truth won't stay. Wait, what?
So if you recall, last week we introduced a new segment that we're calling Wait, What?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know about you, but I think one of the age-old questions have been, and especially now that we're getting advanced. Yeah, age-old or old age, whatever, is why does it seem time moves so fast now when we were kids?
That's a
Do you
really
feel the
good
same?
question.
Do
I
you
feel
sense that that's like,
yes, especially the last few years. Like summer lasted forever. It was so great.
oh my God, I know.
Go to
It felt
school.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, school
the
lasted
days
forever
were-
too.
Well, yeah.
like-
but I mean, you'd be out all day and it'd be like a whole, just, I don't know. And
Yeah,
now it's
things-
like, bada bing, bada boom, done.
It
Over
does
and
feel
done.
that way. Well,
Yeah.
there's a reason.
There is.
There is a reason.
Why is that?
Well, as we get older, our brains, as you can imagine, they continue to accumulate memories and information. When you're young, you have really no frame of reference. So you're processing things much slower, and it seems like it takes longer to, be able to process whatever you're taking
Because
in.
you
Because
don't
everything's
have
new. You're
all the
learning.
other stuff. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We're learning. So as a kid, everything's new. But as you get older, you encounter fewer new things. So your brain pretty much stays on autopilot. So it's very efficient. It doesn't have to take a lot of time to process inputs. So it impacts how you perceive time. So when you're 5, 1 year is a massive chunk of your life. Think about it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
At 50, it's boop.
Yeah.
It's a fraction. Right.
Yeah.
So each year feels shorter. So you're brain is judging time by ratio, not.
Oh, that makes sense. Huh.
Yeah. So how might one address this? There are ways to try to get off autopilot.
Okay.
So things as simple as taking a different route home, changing the road you take, or, just doing something out of the usual, doing something that you routinely do, but doing it a little differently is enough to, just make it more novel. So you stimulate your brain, and it makes memories worth saving, not just filing things away.
That's also why. Okay, that explains why when you're driving to someplace new, it always feels like it took longer to get there than to get back, right? It's the same principle. Because you've already traveled it once.
You've traveled it once. Yep.
That is very interesting.
So routine puts your brain on autopilot. And as you get older, it occurs because we've seen, essentially not seen it all, but if you're living your life and you're getting older, chances are you're not meeting new people every day. You're not experiencing new concepts because you're probably no longer working. So it's a little more challenging to keep stimulating and getting off autopilot pretty much in your brain.
Very interesting.
So there are
there is
reasons
something
for some
else
of
you
this.
can do, which is consume cannabis because things seem to take longer.
They sure do.
It stretches the time out a little. It's so nice.
It really does. It slows things down.
It does slow things down.
Well, do you think it has something to do with like routine? Things become like, it's the same old, like a blur. But new things are more substantial. Like it helps,
it probably
you're
makes
paying
a
more
bigger
attention
impact on your brain. Yeah.
Right. You're taking in new information.
Although I got to tell you, I find it more difficult to do that as I age. Like
take in new information?
Well, just like with pickleball, it's like you have to remember to, all these new rules and things happening at the same time and don't do this and do that. And, I find that I would have never had to stop and think when I was younger about, tell me once and okay, I know what I'm doing. But this has been a challenge. And maybe that just means I haven't challenged myself enough.
Maybe you've been functioning on autopilot for so long.
For a long time. I think I was definitely doing that when I was at my mom's, taking care of her for 3.5 years. It was just kind of
going along to get along or getting along to go along or whatever it is. But just, right. Going through step, right. And the opportunities for you to be exposed to different things were minimal because you were with your mom 24/7 pretty much, unless you went back to Madison or you were able to come up here.
Right.
So, there's a lot to be said for continuing to challenge ourselves. So not just in changing your perspective, but just to keep things fresh. Literally, we have to
keep
it
our
doesn't
brains
hurt
going.
Keep things fresh.
Because
constantly.
Even as a child, there's a process called pruning that happens where the things that, when your brain is developing, the things that are repeated, and this makes a lot of sense, things that are repeated create neural pathways. And they're the things that you hold on to, whereas a lot of the other stuff, you just go, okay, I don't need that, So that's why it's so important to make sure that young children get love and all the good stuff, because that's the neural pathways that are being created.
Correct.
Yeah. So anyway, it's just, there's a whole lot going on in our brains. And you had said a couple months ago that you read an article saying that 64, was it 60? I can't remember. The new, a new sort of phase of life.
A new phase of brain.
Yep. Activity.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is all starting to fill in some blanks. But it's interesting when you think about it because, just putting it in perspective, like when you're 5, 1 year is 20% of your life. I mean, that is a long time for a 5-year-old. Whereas now, it's one of 68.
Like you said, it's a blip. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I also think about how quickly my 20 years in Wisconsin has gone. I'm like, how is that possible? When I think about the time between when my first son was born and my last son went off to college, that was like the same amount of time, but it was like there was so much. You know what I mean? It was like seeing, birth, development, all the way up to college. It seemed like, wow, that was a big, huge chunk of my life. But I'm like, well, actually, it wasn't any more than the time I've spent here. So,
and I'm experiencing that in like mega because I've got the grandchildren.
Right.
And now with Mia going into high school, it's like, how did that happen?
Right.
Like literally seems like just yesterday, I was just birthing my kids and now I've got a grandchild going into high school.
I know.
So it kind of explains some of this phenomena.
Right.
You keep that in mind. It just reinforces the concept of just trying to break out of your routine. It may feel comfortable, but it does challenge memory and it challenges learning and it challenges just stepping out of the status quo.
The idea of doing like crossword puzzles and jigsaw puzzles and things like that too.
Word
that
games,
you won't necessarily do every day, but that challenge different parts of your brain. Yeah.
Yeah, it's important. So now we know.
Cool.
So, ta-da! Ta-da!
Either or, peace, war, Madonna, whore, this, that, skinny, fat, dog, cat, yes, no, stay, go, high, low.
Okay, so now it's time to play everybody's favorite game, TT's Choice. Are we ready to play? This is when T is presented with an opportunity to make a choice, an either or, a what if. Respond to this statement. 1 to 75 is the number of opportunities available. We've already gone through several. TT is ready to choose another. TT, what would you like to see?
I choose number 5.
5. You have given this some thought. Let's see here. Okay, which would you prefer? A dispensary with a terrible product, but a genius bud tender, or stunning products, but a bud tender who won't stop talking?
Oh, okay. And it doesn't necessarily mean that they're talking about the product.
Correct.
Okay.
There's really not a whole lot of detail provided. One can,
okay.
I guess you can make whatever assumptions one.
Okay. I think I would go where the product is. I could make a case for the other. I could make a case for going to where the bud tender is and then going and buy the product somewhere else. But that feels a little, I don't know, not good. Doesn't
disingenuous.
Feel quite, yeah. Like you're just tapping their brain for information, then you're going to go spend your money somewhere else, which is something that I could see doing. But I think I would go for the product. I would need to do my own research.
There you go.
But yeah,
because you have
the good shit.
Okay, right, and you have a comfort level. You know enough to what to look for.
What helps me do whatever. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. How about you?
I think I would go with product also.
Yeah. I think, like you said, if it was my first time, I would definitely want to be where there was a knowledgeable bud tender.
That's a great point.
Especially even the first.
Well,
year.
Because if it is something that you're just starting to experiment with, I think going to a place with a lot of inventory may be overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you're with someone who just is, and you're standing there thinking, oh my God, I don't know what to ask. I don't know what, what should I don't know what half of this stuff is, look.
Right.
Yeah. That's not helpful.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's probably better
since we're veterans.
Yes, we're old hats. I think it is important to have information. I think that's
Absolutely.
So I think the tried and true bud tender with very good information, with a limited inventory, but you don't need a whack job number of products to start out.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, and if the bud tender knows what they're doing, and we're assuming that that person does, yeah, they're going to be able to dial it in for you, and you won't need 1,000 different things. Did you just hear that pathetic thing?
We've got a list and it's getting long, petty to profound, what feels so wrong? Sticky notes and middle-aged sass. If it don't serve us, it can kiss our ass. Fuck it, fix it, or forget it. We're seasoned queens, don't regret it. If it drains our soul or wastes our wit, we file it under, oh hell no, skip it. From bad bras to toxic friends, we draw the line and tie the ends each week. A gripe or hill to die on with Queenie and TT. The bucket list lives on.
So, TT, do you have anything to add to our bucket list?
Yes, this was inspired by this past weekend of, celebrating our
frivolity.
nation's 250th birthday.
Yes.
Actually, Honey and I tried to go to a protest. I wore my bunting around my waist.
Did Honey take a picture?
It looked like a bubble butt. No, he did not. And I wore my No Kings T-shirt.
Okay.
All ready. I had my sign, and we walked down to where it was supposed to be, but there was an impending severe thunderstorm. So I
You
think
seem to not
that
pay
people did
attention
not
to
come out for that.
weather warnings, my dear TT. You're not cowed by that in the least.
Anyway, the bucket is, I thought about, I have felt like the far right has redefined patriotism in a way that I don't like it. But they don't get to do that. Nobody gets to take my flag away from me. It's my country too. It's all of our countries. And so I have an American flag flying because it was tended to become the flag of the
MAGA
conservatives. Yeah, the MAGA
Well, MAGA
people.
symbol, right.
Yeah.
Right.
And
I
it's
mean, I
noble.
have to
It
I have to
belongs
admit,
to all of us.
I have to admit, I think you're absolutely correct. I just call to mind, it doesn't take long to call to mind an image of a pickup truck with an American flag, on it, not just stuck
Right.
on it, but in the bed.
Yep, hanging off the aerial. or whatever,
Exactly.
Yeah.
What that is telegraphed immediately. And then you start associating one symbol with something else, something
with
that you
people,
held
yeah.
dearly your whole life. Well, I think that's a great fuck it.
Yeah, so I'm flying my flag and I am saying the America that I believe in is different from the one that you want, but that doesn't make me any less patriot.
And I really don't think the America they want is really the America that is.
It isn't.
I
No,
think
it never
we've been,
well,
there are pockets, of course.
yes.
We can't do absolutes, but I think more people, and I think this has been evidenced by the World Cup, more people feel more like we are good people and can show the world we're good people than people who aren't. You know what I mean? Like, I think but the people who are, not able to embrace our ideals, etc., they're very loud and they have a lot of power right now.
Right now,
And-
yeah.
Yeah. I think a lot of us have been,
It's really testing
we've
our
been beaten
system.
into submission.
Yeah, well,
and
it's
just said,
really,
you know what?
really testing us.
Yeah, it's tiring. And, and then I think of someone like E. Jean Carroll. This woman, it was 2018, 2019. When was it? She won her
case. Oh, yeah, that was a long time ago. Yeah.
or was it in between presidencies? I think it was in
after-
between, like 21. Let's say it was 2021
Okay.
or 22. Even that's 4 years
Yeah.
ago.
Right.
He's just trying to
He's
wait till she
trying to
dies.
stiff her. Yeah, he's stiffing her. Yep. Like he did so many other people in his businesses,
Right.
in his university, in,
and
everything.
just
cheated
wear people down. No.
So it's like in my mind, I'm trying to separate out this administration from what I feel is my nation, and they're like very, very different things.
Right. And I think that our 250th came to represent something totally different than I had anticipated, and I was grieving that. But once I let go of that fantasy, I was able to re-embrace our country and our principles with warts and all, and imperfections and all. But I
exactly
still think it's the greatest place on earth to be living. So I'm not going to let anybody take that from me.
Right. Yeah. This is my country,
land of my birth.
It even says that in the song. Why did that have to go to the Supreme Court? They should have just listened to the song.
It's like
land of my birth.
We grew up listening to that, hearing that, believing that.
Yeah.
So I did see that they're considering banning pregnant women from traveling to the United States. You heard me.
So that they can't give birth here?
Bingo. Women, we have got to, enough of this bullshit.
Enough.
How long do we have to put up with this second-class citizen status banning women, pregnant women from coming into the country? How did they get that way, I wonder?
Gee.
So I'm really,
I know.
Hopefully.
I did not read that. And I have to
a lot of us are going to wake up.
I have to make a correction. Last week I said that Texas is requiring kids to pray in school. They're not. They're requiring kids to read the Bible. I got that confused. So, yeah.
Wow.
So, what Bible, I don't know because there are many Bibles. But so anyway, I just wanted to clarify that. Make a little correction.
A correctamundo. So, but regardless of one's religious affiliation or not, one is going to be required to read the Bible. Is it a course or?
I don't know. I don't think they got that specific in the legislation, but I haven't read it, so I haven't read the legislation, so I don't know.
Interesting. Our country was founded on religious freedom.
Right.
Or, separation of church and state. That's why they left England, folks, because
they were being
the king had become, the king was also the head of the church, and became untenable. Read history. Read your history. So, oh well, silly Willy.
Yeah.
We'll see everybody next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a good one.
God.
Thanks for joining us at the Closet Disco Queen podcast. Grab a brownie or doobie, pass us to your friends, and be sure to follow us on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen. And be sure to leave us a 5-star review as it helps others find us. Peace out.
Dimple me. TT stepped out, paddle held high. Watch my ball work, a wink in her eye. She loves a good dimple, gives it a spin. Harder she handles, louder the grin. Soft little touches, then bam. Nobody knows how she does what she can. Half-hearted Duncan never goes deep, but somehow leaves spectators unable to sleep. Dimple me, dunk me, give it some sass. Keep your eye on TT's unbelievable class. She'll tease that kitchen, she'll work that line. Nobody handles those balls quite as fine. Oh, dimple me, dunk me slow. Cross court, baby, everybody knows. Everybody knows. Coach said, practice your serves. Nice, easy pace. TT nodded politely. then fired Billy straight in the face. The paddle snapped back, the whole court went still. Then somebody whispered, now that's a skilled kill. She apologized sweetly, I'm terribly sorry. But everyone knew they'd be telling the story. She likes them hard, she likes them soft. She'll loft one high, then knock one off. Working those dimples one bounce at a time, making grown adults question what's crossing their minds. Dimple me, dunk me, don't be shy. TT's got ball skills money can't buy. Half-hearted dunking, full-hearted flair. She'll leave little dimples absolutely everywhere. She'll spin it, grin it, work it all night.
The Closet Disco Queen podcast is the #1 ranked women in cannabis podcast by both FeedSpot and Million Podcasts 2025 and is produced by Humble Pond Productions, LLC. If you are interested in being a guest, email us at info@humblepond.com or reach out on Facebook. Visit Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen and leave us your 5-star review and comments. Thanks.